The fairy world is often seen as a place of light, magic, and endless wonder. But beneath its shimmering surface lies a history filled with secrets, betrayals, lost realms, and forgotten truths. For centuries, fairies have guarded their mysteries, ensuring that no human ever learns the true nature of their existence. This is the untold story of the fairy world, its hidden past, and the secrets that could change everything. Long before humans walked the earth, before the first stars were placed in the sky, there was only the void, an endless abyss of silence and darkness. From this void, an ancient force known as the Eldertide awakened. The Eldertide was neither a god nor a being, but a powerful essence that longed to create life. With a whisper that echoed across the void, the first spark of magic was born, forming the fairy world. This world, called Ethermere, was unlike anything imaginable. It was not just a land, it was a vast, living realm infused with raw magic. Rivers of liquid starlight flowed across golden meadows, and mountains floated weightlessly in the sky. The land breathed, the trees whispered, and the air shimmered with energy. From the heart of Ethermere, the first fairies emerged. These were not the tiny, delicate beings of human fairy tales but powerful entities made of pure energy. They were known as the primordial Fae, immortal guardians with wings forged from the light of the cosmos. But not all the primordial Fae agreed on how the fairy world should be ruled. A great divide formed among them, leading to the first and greatest conflict in fairy history, the War of the Veil. At the dawn of time, the primordial Fae lived in harmony, sharing their magic freely. But among them was one who sought more, Valindra, the most ambitious of the Fae queens. She believed that fairy magic should not be shared with the natural world, that it should be hoarded and protected, lest it fall into unworthy hands. Valindra's greatest rival was Solmara, a luminous fairy whose wings glowed with the warmth of the sun. Solmara believed that magic was a gift meant to nurture all things, not just fairies. The two queens gathered followers, and soon the fairy world was divided into two factions, the Keepers of the Veil, who supported Valindra, and the Bringers of Light, who stood with Solmara. For centuries, an unseen war raged in the skies of Ethermere. The Keepers of the Veil sought to seal magic away, while the Bringers of Light fought to keep it flowing freely. The battles were unlike any seen in the mortal realm. Rivers turned to glass mid-flow, stars were stolen from the sky to forge weapons, and entire cities vanished overnight, trapped in time. The war reached its climax when Valindra unleashed the Oblivion Curse, a spell so powerful it erased entire bloodlines from existence. With no other choice, Solmara sacrificed herself, binding her essence into a crystal known as the Heart of Ethermere. Her sacrifice shattered the balance of power, and the Keepers of the Veil were forced into exile. To ensure such a war would never happen again, the remaining fairies created the Veil of Worlds, a barrier that forever separated the fairy world from human eyes. But some believe the Keepers of the Veil still exist, lurking in the shadows, waiting for their chance to return. Though the fairy world appears vast and boundless, there are places that even fairies fear to tread. These are the Lost Realms, forbidden lands where ancient magic lingers and secrets lie buried. The first of these is the ruins of Lyrithis, once the grandest fairy city before it was swallowed by the Evershade curse. It is said that the city still exists, frozen in a single moment in time, with its citizens unaware that the rest of the world has moved on. Those who enter never return, their souls forever trapped in the cursed air. Another forbidden place is the Howling Hollow, a vast canyon where the voices of fallen fairies can still be heard. Legends say that deep within the hollow lies the Mirror of Echoes, an ancient artifact that reveals the true past of any who gaze into it. But no fairy dares look. Some secrets, they say, are better left buried. But perhaps the most mysterious of all is the Abyss of Vanquished Wings. This is where fairies who betray the laws of Ethermere are cast down, their wings stripped, their magic stolen. No one knows what becomes of them, but some claim that in the deepest parts of the abyss, something else stirs, something older than the fairy world itself. Humans have always believed in fairies, but few realize just how deeply their fates are entwined. Long ago, before the veil was created, fairies and humans coexisted. Humans who were deemed worthy were gifted fairy magic, granting them knowledge beyond their years. These chosen few were known as the Starborn, and their wisdom shaped early civilizations. But when the War of the Veil ended, the remaining fairies erased all knowledge of their existence from human minds. The Starborn were stripped of their gifts, and their descendants slowly forgot their heritage. However, fairy magic never truly disappears. Some humans still carry traces of it in their blood, an unexplained talent, a gift for healing, an uncanny ability to predict the future. These individuals are unknowingly the last remnants of the Starborn. What fairies fear most is that one day, the Starborn will awaken, remembering the lost truths of the fairy world. If that happens, the veil will shatter, and both realms will be forever changed. Deep within the enchanted library of Ethermere, hidden among thousands of ancient scrolls, lies a prophecy so dangerous that even the Fairy Council dares not speak of it. It tells of a time when the Queen of Light will return, awakening the Starborn and breaking the veil. This queen will wield a power not seen since the days of the primordial Fae, and with her return, the fate of the fairy world will be decided. Some believe this prophecy refers to Solmara, whose essence was bound to the heart of Ethermere. Others whisper that a human child, born with fairy blood, may be the one to fulfill it. What is certain is that the signs are already appearing, the fairy lights flickering in strange patterns, the whispers in the howling hollow growing louder, and the dreams of certain humans becoming more vivid, as if calling them home. If the prophecy is true, then the greatest secret of all is yet to be revealed, and the fairy world stands on the brink of its greatest transformation. Only time will tell if this change brings salvation or destruction.